Sorry, I haven't been uploading for a while. School started and I didn't have time to edit this. So I will probably be posting once or twice in 2 weeks. My Hero Academia is all good, but you know, My Hero Academia needs more epic phrases. It needs more time stopping. It needs to be more bizarre. In today's video, we will be predicting stands that My Hero Academia characters would have. So, enjoy. But before I start, make sure to literally smash that like button and subscribe and turn on notifications. First of all, stands are things from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. They are these physical creatures made by the stand user. Deku. The main character is a cool boy with a cool quirk. He has a quirk called One for All that was passed down from All Might. Although he's overpowered and all, he still couldn't beat a few villains. He needs more power. He needs a stando. Deku's stand would be called Green Bunny, a reference to White Snake. But yeah, Green Bunny would be a close range stand. But Green Bunny would have the power that Deku has. He would be able to punch and make that kinda projectile thing. Yeah, that thing. Green Bunny would use both his arms and legs to attack the opponent. However, if he overuses his stand, the stand's arms and legs would break and kinda burn like Deku. Green Bunny also has insane speed and jump force because it's a bunny. This is only the basic use of his stand. Deku can actually pass down Green Bunny to his successors like One for All. All Deku has to do to give them this stand is to just punch the successor in the stomach with Green Bunny. And if they survive they get Green Bunny. But just like One for All, Deku has to want to give Green Bunny to someone for that someone to be able to get it. So just a normal punch in the stomach from Green Bunny would only hurt a lot. Deku's personal bully, Bakugo, has a quirk called Explosion. And it does what the name says. Create explosions. Overall a pretty overpowered quirk. But sometimes he needs more firepower than he already has. He needs a stando. Bakugo's stand would be called Exploder Boy. This stand would be a close range stand. It would be able to shoot explosions from his arms. Kinda like Bakugo's grenade gauntlets. But like all stands, Exploder Boy would be more powerful than Bakugo. So Exploder Boy would be able to create larger explosions than Bakugo, and he would have a special ability which would let Exploder Boy create objects with tiny explosions. It's kind of hard to explain, but Exploder Boy would create tiny explosions and place them in different points and create an object made of small explosions. These objects would explode if Bakugo decides to make Exploder Boy make the explosions bigger. Who do you think would win if Green Bunny fought Exploder Boy? Tell me in the comment section down below. We can't forget the best boy who has the world's worst dad, Todoroki.
Yeah. They say she's too hot, they say she's too cold.
Yeah, that's Todoroki. Todoroki's quirk is hot and cold. He is able to create fire and ice. But our friend doesn't have much physical strength. That's only my opinion. Todoroki lovers. But anyways, back to our hot and cold friend. His stand would be a close range stand. And its name would be Freezing Hot. Freezing Hot wouldn't have any far-ranged attacks. He would either punch with fire in his hands or he would use ice to cover his hands and punch. Freezing Hot would have insane physical power, but the physical power would obviously be weaker than Green Bunny's but still pretty strong. This stand would have a unique power that lets it split itself into two parts, fire and ice. These two would have a little more power in total than Freezing Hot. They would be able to create quick and efficient combo attacks. Freezing Hot's ultimate ability would be called Icy Hot. This would be a move where Freezing Hot punches a giant hole in the ground and creates a bunch of ice spikes and makes a pool of magma at the end. Then pushes the enemy into the ice spikes and the magma. There's Todoroki's stand. Our favorite homeroom teacher, Mr. Aizawa. He has a great quirk that erases quirks when he activates it. But he has to not blink to keep it active. It's kind of hard for him to bring eye drops to every fight. He needs a stando. Azor's stand would be called Mr. Mummy. Yeah, that is super cringy. But I never promised you that I won't make cringy names, so deal with it. Anyways, Mr. Mummy would be a close range stand. With a big scarf, Mr. Mummy would be able to move around like Spider-Man. And its unique power would be to wrap itself around multiple opponents and make them sleep. This would disable their stand and their quirk and disable their ability to stay awake. LMAO. This does sound overpowered, but if Azor uses Mr. Mummy's ability too much or for too long, Azor himself would get sleepy. But this wouldn't be a problem because firstly, Azor loves to sleep, and secondly, when Azor is sleeping because of his stand's ability, he would be able to recover his injuries and moisten his eyes. That actually sounds really good, doesn't it? Well, it gets better. The eyes on Azor's stand are able to shoot laser beams, but would demoisten his eyes. So Azor has to be really tactical while using this stand. Since we had a lot of heroes get stands, let's give some villains some stands. And our good friend Dabi should have one too. Dabi's quirk, cremation, lets him create super hot flames. His stand, Blue Blaze, would not have any shape. It would just manifest on the body parts that Dabi has stitched to him. When Blue Blaze is activated, those body parts would start burning with the blue flames that Dabi could make. Those flames would give Dabi much more power and it would heal Dabi. It would also be able to create protective fields or different types of armor for Dabi to use in combat. Our final character for this video would be Best Girl Toga. You can't argue with me. Toga is Best Girl. She has a quirk that lets her transform into anyone she drinks blood from. And now that she awakened her quirk, she can use the quirks of the people she transformed into. Anyways, Toga's stand would be called Bloodthirster. It would have the power to basically attack opponents and suck their blood. Then Bloodthirster would be able to give the blood to Toga so she can drink it. Bloodthirster wouldn't be much of a strong stand. It would be sneaky. One of its overpowered abilities would be being able to become invisible and to become really thin and go through walls. That part is kind of like Edgershot's quirk, but yeah. This stand could also do things with blood. It could create clones of whoever's blood is stored in it. These clones would be loyal to Bloodthirster. Like Toga, the more blood, the more time the clones last. And the more blood, the more powerful the clones' quirks and stands get. But besides all these good things, Toga's stand has a pretty big weakness. The stand is connected to Toga by a tube-like cord which is 30 meters long. The cord wouldn't be breakable, but it would make Toga visible. Although the stand can get invisible, a tiny part of the tube still shows. So it's easy to identify if Toga is using her stand. That was a few characters from My Hero Academia that got stabbed by arrows. I will do a part 2 when this video hits 10 likes. LOL, that's more than my current subscribers. Anyways, thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe and leave a like and turn on those post notifications.